Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome into the RockstarFlipper YouTube channel. It's Thursday, which means live show again, and I'm at a new angle for you guys. I'm going to explain all this in just a second. Let me make sure that I have my screen all muted up here for you guys. We don't want to make that mistake. Okay, it looks good. All right, the screen looks good. Is the audio good? Video, audio. I'm more worried about the audio because I moved a bunch of stuff around. Okay, so yeah, just want to make sure audio. Adam is our in-house admin. He's in the chat, so please let me know that it looks and looks good. Audio is muted. Sounds good, Mindy says. Everybody sounds good. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Hey, Figgy. Audio is icky. Audio is very low. Let's try this. Bear with me. Okay, how about now? How about the audio? The audio now. The audio sucks. Turn up the volume. I'm working on it. Give me just a second. Hang on. Audio sucks. Somebody said the audio level is low. Hey. How about now? Audio is perfect. Sounds like you're in a plane flying with the windows down. I think it was my shirt. Okay. Perfect now. So let's try one more time. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. After the test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How about now? How about now, guys? I lost my stupid microphone. No sound, no sound. I know, no sound, no sound, no sound. Hang on. I turned the other microphone on. I turned the other one on. We need subtitles. I messed with the audio. That's my fault. I apologize, you guys. Sorry about that. Good now. Cool. Okay. Final audio test. We're good, right? Final audio test. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc., etc. All that stuff. Perfect. Okay, cool. All right, let's jump into it. Sorry about that. I messed with. If you guys don't know, in most of the things, I use these wireless lav mics. If you ever wanted to be YouTubers or social media or Instagram, basically what happens is you put this one in your pocket. This one goes in your. Let me turn these off too, by the way. This one goes in your pocket, and then this goes up your shirt and it clips to your shirt. You guys know how that works. And then this one plugs into your phone or your computer. Like this is a computer plug-in. And then like if I wanted to switch it and record on my phone, I would just plug this little adapter doohickey thingamajigger in, and that would hit that, and then I would plug that in my phone, and then you just clip this to your phone, and so this receives the audio that's coming out of your microphone, and then you can stand back there and do that. So that's how that whole shebang worked. What happened to my arm? It's a long story. We'll talk about what happened to my arm. Yeah, I took a little bump. Anyways, okay, so tonight's show, Goodwill and Salvation Army Thrifting. I want to update everybody on that. If you missed my show or video from earlier today, a few hours ago, I had a visitor here. It was Karen from Lavender Clothesline. If you're not familiar with her, check out the video, check out her Instagram and her YouTube channel. She does a lot of hard goods. She does a lot of antiques, collectibles. She does clothing as well, but she does a lot of mix of stuff. She does 6 figures. Her store is currently inactive for like 2 weeks while she was on vacation here in Florida. She's from up north. And she stopped by here. In fact, she actually made me this ridiculously amazing sign. You guys can see it's got palm trees and all. It's kind of a housewarming gift for me, for the office. So it says RockstarFlipper. And it's awesome. She didn't have to do that. It's an amazing gift. So she was here. We did a video. We talked about thrift stores. We actually sat out in my theater room and we talked and watched a lot of YouTube videos from Goodwill stores, Salvation Armies, thrift stores, from people that make YouTube videos that a lot of you guys are familiar with. And we talked about like pre-COVID, the way that people went into thrift stores and the videos. We talked about during the pandemic when things started reopening. We talked about now, like current day, people going into these thrift stores and people, what they're buying and how stocked up the thrift stores are, the Goodwills, all that sort of thing. And so Karen made a really good point, and I made a really good point. When the pandemic started, it was really a lot of good luck for me. It was that we had just started really, we're talking about a year and a half ago, the end of 2019, start of 2020, we started wholesale and bulk selling and all this. And because we were getting so much inventory, we did not have to, we didn't have to source thrift stores anymore. I didn't have to go to garage sales during the entire 2020, which was a blessing because they were all closed and nobody was having garage sales. Welcome in Tracy, Allie, Carolina, girl Connie, Mindy is here, of course, and Aurora Styles is here, Myra, HH2O, Rick Eisen, and everyone else. Thank you here. I will explain the arm in a couple of minutes. So it was a blessing, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, how many people in the chat had issues with thrifting and reselling during the lockdown, March, April, May, all the way through 2020, really, for a lot of the states, depending on where you live. New York, Michigan, California, all those kind of states were closed down a lot longer than Florida. Obviously, Florida opened up faster. But anyways, it was kind of a blessing that we were able to get all this bulk inventory. But that caused me to not go into thrift stores. And then when the reopen happened, I didn't have to go back because we had so much inventory. We still do. And in theory, I never have to step foot in a thrift store again, right? And that's great. That's awesome for me in the business. But two things. If you scroll back through my video coverage and don't look at any of my 2021, any of my 2020, and about half of my 2019, you will have to go back to 2019 to find me inside thrift stores when we're doing all of that, right? Even many of my online sources closed down. Cheesehead Flipper, yeah, I'm guessing you're in Green Bay or Wisconsin at least. I didn't have any issues. I had a huge death pile, and luckily when it reopened, I just finished my pile. It was great timing for Ed, the reselling rider. Love the new sign. Yeah, Tracy, I love it too. Karen from Lavender Clothesline was amazing making that for me. So yeah, so a lot of you guys did okay. Some of you guys were suffering. Urban Foster, what's up? And if you go back to those videos in 2019 where I finished thrifting and I didn't start anymore, I lived at the old house. This is prior. We moved into that resort in December, and we were selling our house in October. So there was no thrifting October, November, December. It was way summer and spring and before all that. And what I realized is that a lot of the videos that I made for this channel were so popular in the beginning because people don't do a lot of bulk or wholesale like we do. They want to go in thrift stores. They want to go to garage sales or estate sales, things that they can wake up tomorrow morning, climb in their car and go do, and items that you're actually going to see and find at these locations. Now, in a time-sensitive situation, it didn't make sense for me to go there because I was able to source inventory so much faster. But I've always told you guys reselling is 50% of my business, and YouTube and social media are 50% of my business. It was never that way. It was never intended to be that way. It sort of just worked out that way. But my wholesale and inventory coming in is kind of on autopilot, automatic, and we have a ton of it. So I figured, hey, I have some time, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, 2 or 3 videos a week, I can actually film in the thrift stores again and give you guys kind of a look at what it looks like, at least here in Florida, after COVID and all the openings. And it's been a little while since it's been open. And also, I live in a new town about 30 minutes north of where I lived before. And there are some Goodwills and thrift stores and Salvation Armies that I went to in the past, but not really often because it's a little bit of a drive to get here. Not terrible, but I just didn't like coming up here all that often. But now, they're literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes. I can go to these 3 or 4 places, plus there's a few I don't even probably know about, and get you guys some really good what's inside the stores. It'll be out and about. It won't be here in the office. It'll be a look inside of Florida, a look inside of what is actually out there that you can get in your car, drive out there, and get. So that's what I want to do. Grateful Queen, yeah, doing mystery boxes, kind of scary for me. I mainly do local auctions now. We used to have a local auction here. It was actually just about 5 or 10 minutes from where I live now, but the old guy that owned it years ago passed on 5, 6, 7 years ago, and his son did not, as far as I understand, his son inherited it, did not want to continue that business, and so he sold it, and nobody reopened it. And so what I'm going to do is do thrift haul and thrift videos, shopping and thrift videos from inside these thrift stores. Because what I get in wholesale and bulk is sometimes not readily available to people. It's not like the top of the food chain. And it's also not, something that a lot of people even want to duplicate. They don't want boxes showing up. They want to go out for the thrill of the hunt. Me and Karen talked about it in the video. If you missed it, the video's on my channel here. You can go watch it after here. We talked about the thrill of the hunt. I mean, a lot of people, hands up in the chat. That's why a lot of us started this business, or why a lot of us still go out and do this stuff, right? Like, we love finding stuff for $2 that's worth 30, 40, 50 bucks while we're, sifting through a garage sale table or a thrift store shelf or whatever it might be. And personally, excuse me, it is it's a joy. It's a hobby that I turned into a business 14 years ago, and I just miss going to those stores, and I really want to do it. By the way, this is just sparkling iced caffeine. It's not a drink. So I think everybody has an appreciation for being able to get in the car, go to the store, and see what you can find, and coming home with all those cool things, and then being able to list them and make money, and having that inventory, looking back at your shelves and saying, wow, I remember buying that for $3, and you wake up and it's sold for $33 or whatever. And so it's a really cool thing. Do you go to the stores on 54 and 56 in Nebraska? So those are ones that I have been to in the past. Now that I live a little closer to them, those will be the stores. But Don, if you could do me a favor, I know a lot of people live around here, they live in the area, and they talk about all that, but I do try to keep some stuff, and it's not that I keep the stores private, they're open to everyone, just where I go and what I do on the down low as much as I possibly can. Welcome in, Eric and Rick. I just don't like to give people too much information. I have had some issues in the past. So, but yeah, Don, those are the stores. 56, 54 in Nebraska are local. I can still go to Brandon. I can still do all that stuff, but those will be the stores. Yeah, I've had people actually wait for me at some stores. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. If you see me out, like, say hello, come up to me, all that cool stuff. I love that. But just I had a one-time problem that somebody waited for me at a store like all week. It was Wednesday, half off day. They knew I went to Salvation Armies. They sat at the Salvation Army and they waited for me for like 4 hours. That kind of creeps me out, guys. Like, if you want to say hello or meet up or hang out, like, and I'm out at the store and you see me, that's cool. Like, we can walk around the store for a few minutes and take pictures, whatever. It's just weird. Somebody waited for me. No, Don, please, by all means, if you live around here, like, please say hello to me. It's awesome meeting people. I just had that one experience and it like creeped me out. And so like I always think about that. I'm like, anyways, love the logo. Yeah. So Eric, if you didn't see, Karen at Lavender Clothesline actually had that custom made and flown in here from up north, or she may have had it made here and delivered. But anyways, she brought it with her, and I rode her on the golf cart. We rode to the lagoon. We took a whole video, so check it out. It's on my channel right now, and I think she did a little video clip too. The Rockstar Stalker hashtag. Yeah, people were like jumping on my videos with that hashtag. Aurora was super funny. But I love garage sales, but haven't started yet. Recently moved, now close to the bins. Meme, yeah, you can follow me around and video me. That's cool too. That's another thing. The bins. How many people are bin shoppers? Let's talk about that, because people talk about my old videos in the Goodwill outlets. If you don't know what the bins are, it is the Goodwill outlet. They sell material by the pound. Hard goods, clothing, shoes, you name it. They got it. Books. Most of them. There's major locations in most states. Here in Florida, we have 6 or 7 of them. We have like Clearwater, we have Lakeland, we have Ocala, we have Orlando, we have Fort Myers, Fort Lauderdale, I think Tallahassee. There might be like 8 or 9 Florida ones. There's a couple in Texas I know of. There's a ton in California. There's a ton of bin stores. So anyways, I did used to go to the Goodwill outlets. Here's my thing about that. If you're inside of a thrift store, I compare the outlets to going to regular thrift stores. It's about the same amount of time. When I go into a Goodwill or Salvation Army, I can source the whole store in about an hour or less. Generally, if I'm going to the Goodwill outlets, I'm going to source for about 2 to 3 hours. So that means 2 to 3 thrift stores worth of sourcing time instead of at the stores that I do in the outlets. And so my plan, if I go to an average thrift store, is 20, 30 items to come out with, because if I'm going to go to 3 stores in a day, I want to get at least 60, 70 items, 80 items, 100 items. And if I'm coming out of the Goodwill outlets, I would like to get 80 to 100 items as well. So the trade-off in time is about the same. But the effort to dig and fight people at the bins, as opposed to just sifting down the aisle through clothing or through shelves or hard goods at a regular store, is so much more attractive to me than the bins. Now, everyone's going to say the price, you're buying by the pound, you're getting such a better deal than buying at the store. But you know what? A lot of the quality at our bins, at least, is not on the upper echelon. It's so much better inside the store. It's cleaner. I can cherry pick it. I would rather buy an item in the store for $6, $7, $8 that I can sell for 30 or 40 than an item that I'm going to pay $1 for in the bins that I'm going to sell for 15 or 20. I just always, I changed my mindset a long time ago. So that's kind of how that works. Same, nothing but trash. Bins are such a move. They literally putting broken and ripped stuff. Gone once, we'll go again. I'm not saying you look healthy and vibrant. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't felt that way lately. I'll explain it. We're getting there. I'll explain the arm. Bins are crazy and rude. A lot of good. The bins is just items that didn't sell. Yeah, Adam, ours is stuff that didn't sell either. But you know, the thing about the bins is there is a lot of junk in it. They throw a lot of trash, stained. I have smelled a bin one time. I went up to, this is gross, but it's just true. And people said wear gloves, which is probably, you know, 100% what you should do. Be careful the glass, the wood, the splinters, the cuts, all that stuff. But I went up to a bin one time that was filled with plush and clothes and just some random stuff. And I was about to go digging into it, and I could smell that urine smell, but it was overwhelming. And as the closer I'm, you know, 5, 6 feet away from it, I'm walking up to it, I'm smelling, I'm like, really? And I had been in this area for 20 minutes. I get to the bin, and the minute I'm like standing over it, it just overwhelmed me. I'm like, ugh. I left the bins that day. I couldn't go back for a while, and it was just terrible. So it happens, and that's here in Florida. Guess on the arm is road rash or gator attack. If it was gator attack, I'd probably be on the news. We do have a gator back there. That's funny you said that. We went outside to take the dogs, I don't know, like maybe 8:45, 9 o'clock this morning because we had to go somewhere. And took them outside to walk them. If you don't know, the new house, we don't have a fence yet, and we don't have a fence because material is on huge back order for fences. So we're still just waiting. We've been here for 4 weeks. We agreed in principle on a kind of a contractual deal, no deposit, but contractual deal with the builder or with the fence company to get a fence 6 to 8 weeks. So we're on we're starting week number 5. Tomorrow will be 5 weeks that we've been here. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll have a fence. So anyways, we have to walk the dogs outside on a leash in our backyard, which sucks. And when we walked out there, the gator was sunbathing in our backyard. He was right at the edge of the water back, and he dove into the water and took off. They're more scared of us than we are of them, for the most part. Just keep that in mind. We're still waiting on the fence, so there's really nothing that we can ever do. And yeah, I have had many people take stuff out of my Goodwill outlet carts. I did a whole video about that. I almost got kicked out. Okay, so the arm. What happened with the arm? It looks way worse. So this would have been Thursday last week, so a week ago today, I believe. Was it Thursday? Did I cancel the show on Thursday, or maybe it was Friday? Maybe it was Saturday. What the heck day it was? It must have been Friday or Saturday because I would have been live with you guys on Thursday. Anyways, they had a. Well, I can tell you guys. I have a picture in my phone. It'll tell me what day I took the picture. Oh, it was Sunday, I guess. So that would have been Saturday night. Yeah, that would have been Saturday night. Yep, so Saturday night, so it's not even been a week. And Saturday night, we had a country western. Canceled Thursday, went live Friday. Right, and then Saturday night, thank you, Tommy, I appreciate that. Saturday night, we had a country western line dancing for the women type event at the lagoon. The lagoon I live in, if you're new here, it's in my neighborhood. They have a man-made crystal lagoon. And they, the go-kart rack, no more go-karts, but close. We, the guys were kind of watching the women line dancing, our wives, significant others, etc. and all the neighbor wives. The guys didn't have much to do, so the only thing we had to do was sit at the bar, our tiki bar that looks out over the event and stage and dance floor and everything in the lagoon, and we just had drinks. I wouldn't say that we were, gone. I would say that we were enjoying ourselves, but I was already really tired. We had a long day, long Friday, Saturday. I do remember now, long day. I'm exhausted. I'm like at the lagoon, getting there, wanting to go to sleep. I'm like, it wasn't that I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be there, but I'm like, man, guys, I'm so tired. I'm like falling asleep at the bar before we even had drinks, and then we have some drinks, of course, and then night's coming to an end. I think the lagoon closed at 11, so like 10:45, 10:50, we're cashing out and leaving. And my neighbor's like, hey, you had a few drinks, let me drive your golf cart home. I'm like, sweet, like cool, because you can get a DUI on a golf cart, believe it or not. So we still have to, even though it's only like 2 streets, we still have to have designated drivers. So jumps in, drives us home. Kate was designated for the women's golf cart, and so we're driving home, and I straight fell asleep. I rode on the back of my own golf cart. I straight fell asleep and rolled right off of the golf cart, right out of the seat. We have seatbelts too, and I didn't put it on. Wasn't thinking, just exhausted, snoring, went to sleep, and that happened. So yeah, that's the story. I don't drink Red Bull anymore. I haven't had Red Bulls in forever. They give me really bad anxiety and really bad heart palpitations. So I was just sorry, I'm laughing. Yeah, I mean, you guys have a good laugh. I mean, it's funny. Thank God we weren't going faster. Thank God I didn't hit my head or my face. I mean, can you imagine if I had road rash my face and I got to come on here with you guys? It would have been not good. So this, thankfully, is the extent of it. I've been pouring peroxide on it and coating it in Neosporin, so hopefully there won't be any scarring or it won't be too bad. But yeah, weekend at Bernie's, weekend at Casey's. Yeah, so we paid extra for seatbelts on the golf cart because most of them don't come with seatbelts. We paid a couple $100 to have all the seatbelts in the golf cart put in. And because my niece and nephew, Kate's sister's kids, will be coming here. In fact, they're actually coming tomorrow. And we're like, if there's going to be kids on the golf cart or the neighbor's kids or anybody, we want them to be able to seatbelt in, right? And the one night, I don't use it, too many tequila shots. Yeah, I was actually sleepy, but there was no video of it. Too many tequila shots. Yeah, tequila will do that. We actually did have a tequila shot. The guys did that night. So that might have done it too. Tequila puts me to sleep. Tequila makes other people angry, mad, drunk, fighters, clothes fall off. It just puts me to sleep. So I'm exhausted, have a few drinks, boom, hit the ground, literally asleep. I can fall asleep anywhere though. Like in the middle of a concert, I can fall asleep. If I'm tired, it's over, game over. So now I've had 2. I had the golf cart accident, which my leg is healed very well. I still have a mark from it, but it's good. It'll be gone soon. And now I've got this. And don't they say things happen in threes, right? Things happen in threes. So I should be real careful when I take the i8 out to the thrift stores. I might go Saturday, actually. Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to go out and get a video. But no more doorless vehicles for me. Tequila makes me dance on tables, Allie. No, not me. I wouldn't do that sober, drunk, or otherwise. But yeah, so that's what happened. And some of you asked. I'll be straight with you guys. I don't care. I fell asleep on the golf cart, and my neighbor had to drag me in because after I fell and hit it, I got up and I was like, it was burning. Road rash burns. So yeah, scrubbed it out, soap water, poured peroxide, the whole shebang. So yeah. Anyways, so that's that. So the plan is Saturday, Sunday this weekend, film a thrift store video for you guys. Goodwill Salvation Army. I might try to do 2 in one day, like an hour at each store. Get some nice video, come back, edit it, cut it. The other thing I want to do for the video is 2 things. I want to do morning routine when we print labels, stuff that's shipped as we start getting up, because now we're averaging 3-4 items a day. Pretty soon we'll be up to 5 and 6, 7 items. That's kind of the plan, where I want to have my 30-day count as 150 to 200 items sold in a month. And I want to be able to, show you guys hey, these items sold. Here's what we sold it for. Here's what we paid it for. Kind of the side Photoshop price paid, and then the screenshot of the eBay solds and completeds, showing mine or showing the other ones that have sold similar. Do the same thing when I buy something. Hey, I bought this, and And you know, I think it's worth $50. Here's what the solds are showing. Screenshot it, and then when we actually sell it, and I put it up there, like, hey, I sold it for $44. You can be like, well, we were pretty close. You know, we paid $5 for it. We sold it for 44. We're hoping to get 50. We got 44. Cool. Here was the profit. So I can do that. So those two things will be awesome, showing the solds and then also showing our packing and shipping when we do that. Just as kind of like an intro and an outro part of it. Like, here's where it started. I shipped this morning onto the thrift store, kind of like an actual daily like video through. So yeah, don't drink and sleep. Tequila turns me into male Chip and Dale answer. Golden State Picker in the house. Oh, Golden State Picker in the house. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was like, in the what? In fact, house. In the house. Golden State Picker. So Golden State, you guys don't know, that is California. California. I'll get out there. How many people going to Posh Fest in Orlando? How many people October going to Posh Fest in Orlando at the, was it the Hyatt Regency or something? How many people going there? Also, Poshmark had a survey come out today. Did anybody get a weird survey today from Poshmark or in the last day or two from opening your app up? You guys know how when you open Posh up, it'll say like women's bathing suit party going on right now, or plus size party, or men's shirts party. You know what I'm talking about. You get that notification. You click off of it to go about your business, and then all of a sudden a survey pops up for Posh. Did anybody get that Posh survey? No survey. Any word on eBay World? Is that what they call it? eBay Open is not happening this year. It is virtual. It is happening. It's virtual. I'm sorry. But it is not an in-person one as far as 2022. No word. We don't know. We'll wait and see. Mindy, Tommy got the survey. Mindy got the survey. I did not get it. I was actually shown the screenshots by a viewer of mine who got the survey. So a few of you got the survey. It looks like Tommy did, Mindy did. This viewer of mine, which she said it was okay. Crystal did, and a few other people that I know have messaged so far. I haven't put a post out. I haven't put a video out. And here's what some of it said. I want to read you guys the screenshots because I was just trying to get my head there in place. So I'll go to eBay Open of 2022. I'll bring the tequila. Miss Tempting Treasures did not. So listen to what this Posh survey said. And I want you guys to take this with a grain of salt. I feel like I need to do a video on this. So listen. So question number one. I'm not making this stuff up. I've got the screenshots. Whoop, whoop. I've got the screenshots right here of this survey. And people that got the survey will be able to vouch for this. So one of the questions, and I thought this was like fake. I thought this couldn't be real, but it's legitimate, right? Right from Poshmark. Are you absolutely certain you're registered to vote at your present address, or is there a chance your registration has lapsed? And the answers are absolutely certain you're registered, or my registration may have lapsed. Why is Poshmark asking you if you're a registered voter? What does being registered to vote have to do with being a seller or a buyer, for that matter, on Poshmark? And under that question, and I'm not making this up, generally speaking, do you think of yourself as a Republican, Democrat, Independent, or something else? And are you the parent or guardian of any children 18 or under living in your household? Random question, right? Let's move on. Are you yourself of Hispanic origin or descent, such as Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, or some other Spanish background? Yes or no? Which term, if no, which term best describes your race or background? White, black, other, Asian, American, Indian. Asking race, right? Okay. Yeah, I saw Harry Timken is leaving, Adam. I'm going to actually touch on that. Okay, so that's two. Let me continue on before we get any opinions. In political matters, people talk of the left and the right. How would you place your views on this scale? 1 being left, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, 5, 6, 7 on the right, or don't know, no opinion, right? Okay. Let me continue. Our community members share their stories. With this in mind, do you identify with any of the following? Please select all that apply. If you prefer not to disclose the following information, please select I choose not to disclose this information. I am a person of color. That's an option, yes or no. I am a veteran of the military, yes or no. I'm part of the LGBTQ community, yes or no. I live with a disability, yes or no. I'm an immigrant or refugee, yes or no. I do not identify with any of the above, or I choose not to disclose this information, right? How often do you drink liquor? Use CNN, use Instagram, or use KTXU TV, Juneau, Alaska. What is Posh asking me if I drink alcohol or watch CNN or Instagram for? Do you approve or disapprove the job Joe Biden is doing as president? Strongly disapprove, somewhat approve, strongly approve, don't know, no opinion. And it goes on. It continues on that. So anyways, let me make this point here. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this as a video for everyone, but I'm gonna mention it here in this live show because of this. So no matter what race you are in my chat right now or watching this video later, no matter what gender or political side or leanings or affiliations or support, don't support, or whatever it is that you are or is or whatever, there's absolutely no reason for Poshmark or eBay or Amazon or any other platform that we sell on or buy on to be asking us these sort of questions. These questions have absolutely nothing to do with me selling a piece of merchandise or buying a piece of merchandise for that matter on your platform, right? And I got a concerning message from someone. I wonder if they were hacked. You know what, Miss Tempting Treasures? It's possible. I don't think so. They would have came out, right? They would have came out making a statement, I would imagine. Posh sounds like a Republican Party using its platform for data. I don't even, from this, I can't tell if they're like trying to lean right or left, but I can tell you I know a lot of the management, upper management executives. I don't know them personally, but I know about them and their team. And I can tell you that they certainly do lean certain ways, but I'm not going to get into that. None of that's important. So none of this information has anything to do with what it is private information, but my viewer was very concerned. And I can tell you that several of my viewers, and one in particular, falls into several of those categories, right? Of a person of color or some color, immigrant, watches this, that. I'm not going to say which all ones this person falls into, but a couple of them. And even they were concerned that if they answered certain questions in certain ways, that their sales or search would be negatively impacted. They would be, for lack of a better word, squashed down in the search because they answered the questions a way that Poshmark might not view as favorable. And again, I don't know Posh well enough to say, well, Poshmark is a left-leaning or right-leaning or this leaning or views these type of people in a better light than these type of people. It's entirely possible. We know certain platforms and websites and tech companies in this world do have leanings. But no matter what that is or if that's true or not, it's none of their business what we are. It doesn't matter if I'm a white male American or a African-American immigrant female or a Joe Biden supporter or whatever the case might be. Does that stop someone from buying a piece of my merchandise? Somebody help me here. It's so out of my mind. So I actually recommended to my viewers that brought this to my attention. I said, why don't you just skip the survey? Just say I choose not to answer. And they had a very good answer for that. If I choose to skip this or I choose not to answer these questions, will that negatively impact my sales and my search ranking? And I had to answer the question with, I don't know. And I would love for a team member of Poshmark, if this is legitimate, which it looks to be, to come forward and answer that question. Why are these being asked? Why are we being asked these questions? And only some of us, which is weird. And what does it have to do with our sales, our selling, and our status on the platform? And what does it do to our search if we choose not to answer, or we answer in a way that you may or may not view favorably, whatever way that might be. So very, very interesting topic, a very interesting thing that came in. So I made 300,000 buying textbooks in off-season reselling a summer use sales data like camel once. Yeah. Someone should email them. Ignored all that. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to try to investigate it more. It's very, very, very rare. So I just thought I'd bring that to everyone's attention. With that said, look forward to giving you guys the videos for this weekend. I'll film it this weekend. I'll have another video tomorrow And then hopefully Saturday I can get filming on the Goodwill stores. We do have something to do Saturday, I think, but maybe I'll have a video up Sunday. If I can film it early Saturday, I don't know if I'll get time to edit it. I'll try, but Sunday don't be up. So anyways, yeah, if you guys do happen to come across that survey, please email me, let me know. I'm going to dig for some more information. In the meantime, I'm going to let you guys get back to the world. I'm going to watch TV in the theater room. If you need any kind of resources, List Perfectly is incredible. They're down below. Cross-list all your inventory. Please don't sleep on List Perfectly. They will help you, even for $29 a month for their basic plan. Get the pro one, but their basic one will pay for itself in 1 or 2 sold items, and you will kill it. You will absolutely take all your inventory to another platform. They have 12 platforms: eBay, Etsy, Posh, Shopify, Facebook Marketplace, Kidizen, Grail, Depop. I'm missing a few at least. They'll help you get all your stuff over to other platforms, and then you can make more sales. So definitely check out List Perfectly. They're down below. I have a full interview video with the CEO and owners, Claire and Amanda, and a sign-up link with RockstarLP as your discount code, 30% off. Try them out. And with everything else, please don't forget to hit that like button. Mindy says it best. Hit the like button. Enjoy your evening. Please don't hesitate to email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns. If you need links to any resources, products, equipment, you name it, email me, ask me, I'll send it to you. Or if you just have a question, that's cool too. Thank you for watching as always. When you leave out, turn that thumb blue and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I'll see you guys again this weekend with those thrift haul videos. Goodwill and Salvation Army coming first. Thank you guys. Good night, everyone.